He's back in the booth telling us which way to go with everything. And so everything's run by the students, and they do a great job as far as the graphics you see on the TV, all the commercials you see that are playing as well. They're all run and produced and created by the students here.
Yeah, they do a great job. They set us up very well. We just have to, prepare for interviews and talking about the game, and everything else is set up for us. We don't have to worry about cameras or microphones or anything else. They take care of all that for us, and it's really great.
We need to get a stats guy because we're up here working the table and keeping stats of everything we can as far as the game goes. But there we go. We're back to live action right now.
Yeah, so here comes Bailey Steers. She's taking the ball down the court. She passes over to Jamie Gibson. Jamie Gibson puts a little move on her. Shoots. With the left hand.
And rebound by Gibson. Back out to Bailey Steers, and it is no good. That is the end of the first half. Your score, Lady Cats 27 and the Lady Bucks 9. We're going to take a break. We're back to live action right now. Basketball on Me TV.
Yeah, so here comes Bailey Steers. She's taking the ball down the court. She passes over to Jamie Gibson. Jamie Gibson puts a little move on her. Shoots. With the left hand.
And rebound by Gibson. Back out to...
Welcome at Walker Family Dentistry, the office of Dr. Lauren Leach. Located at the corner of Florida Boulevard in North Palmetto, minutes from Walker High School. This state-of-the-art dental practice provides you access to the latest treatment available. From the moment you walk in the door, you can be confident that patient comfort is a top priority. Dr. Leach and the friendly staff at Walker Family Dentistry look forward to caring for your dental needs. Walker Family Dentistry, just what you've been looking for in a dentist.
Sombrer's Mexican restaurant offers our customers some of the most authentic and delectable Tex-Mex cuisine in the area, all served in a family-friendly atmosphere. We use only the freshest ingredients of the highest quality, from our delicious enchiladas and burritos to our amazing chicken steak or shrimp fajitas, the house specialty. We have something to please everyone. Join us for food and fun at Sombrero's Mexican restaurant.
There you are. Hey, we're so glad you can make it today. We didn't know if you were going to get caught up in traffic or last minute case of the runs. I know how that can be. But come on in. Everybody's waiting for you. Who's everybody? Look, everybody. So come on in and let us show you around. You know, this whole thing right now, this is about you. You're about to make a decision to go to one of the best high schools in Southeast Louisiana. But first, we're going to show you what makes us Walker.
What makes us Walker? Maybe it's the fact that we offer over 225 different courses.
Or maybe it's the 20 varsity sports.
Students here have the opportunity to earn college credit while still in high school.
We have classes for every type of student, from numerous AP and dual enrollment courses, all the way to vocational classes such as AutoCAD and news journalism.
But it's so much more than just the academics. It's the experience.
It's the Friday night lights with your friends and family.
We at Walker High have a community that loves and supports us.
You know, sometimes it's hard to find the right words to explain something. But sometimes you just get this feeling. Do you know that feeling? The feeling that this is the place with the most opportunities. Feeling that this is the right place for you. So come join us here at Walker, because here you belong.
Walker High School is now one of the first schools in the state to provide bass fishing as a club. The club was headed by Eugene Hoover and Jim Bowe. Here are some of their thoughts as to what the club will do for Walker.
We're excited to be here at Walker High School and able to come and talk a little bit about bass fishing. And what we're trying to do with Bass and the Bass Nation is to get as many high school students as possible in Louisiana and the nation to fish and to fish competitively and enjoy themselves, be conservationists, be good role models in the community.
I am excited about being in the Bass Club because you get to finally fish instead of fishing off your off time. You get to fish in school and be involved with fishing inside your school. I think I'll learn new skills from other fishers to try to help me become better, maybe flipping, all kinds of different skills.
Currently we're up to about 16 schools that have expressed interest in starting fishing teams, and we're real excited that Livingston Parish has joined. I know that Doyle High School and I think Live Oak as well already currently have fishing teams, but they're going to participate in bass, and we're excited about Walker High School and any other high schools around in this area starting fishing teams.
I signed up because I love fishing. It's one of my pastimes. It's one of the things that keeps my mind clear, and I have my alone time with it. I've been doing it since I was young.
Through the levels of competition as the kids fish in high school events, fishing tournaments, they will gain experience, and then competing in the open tournaments, and then eventually on to the state championship. And the state champion team and the runner-up team will advance to the national high school championship up on Kentucky Lake in Paris, Tennessee, where Bass has put up $40,000 in scholarship money for these youngsters from the different states to be able to compete and get a leg up on going to college. And because the colleges today now have bass fishing teams, and they're offering scholarships to youngsters and to come and be on my fishing team. I will give you scholarship money. Come to my college.
Bass Fishing Club promises to be a worthwhile experience for those who fish or those who are just plain new to the sport. Walker High School encourages our young fishermen to come and join out of love for this great pastime.
Hello, my name is Ricky Wren. I'm the welding instructor at Walker High School. Our welding program is an award-winning program of excellence. We start the program out basically with core curriculum, which is NCCER, which was adopted by the state of Louisiana. When they get done with that, it's usually time for Welding 2, which we have the NCCER Welding Level 1 book that we teach in Welding 2. We also offer OSHA training, but the first and foremost thing we teach your student is safety, because safety comes first. Safety starts with you.
Welcome back to Walker High School in the Glenn Ellis Gym. Chris Ledoux, Jimmy Guidry, we're here with you for tonight's contest. The visiting Broadmoor Lady Buccaneers taking on the Walker High School Lady Cats. And been a very dominant first half for the Lady Cats, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think the Walker High Lady Cats have made more three-pointers as opposed to the same amount of three-pointers as they have shots in general.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that dominant and that one-sided right now. And so, I expect Broadmoor to come out and play hard in the second half and come back but I also expect Walker just to not let up at either. So we have a couple of highlights here from the first half. As you see, Broadmoor is spreading out on offense, and Walker's doing a great job just sitting back in zone and letting them take their time with the lead.
And it has been working well, the defense that the Lady Cats are in. They know what they did the last time, and they've definitely adjusted to it this time around. So the Lady Cats are doing a better job as far as defense goes, and offense as well, too. So let's kind of go over the leading scores for the Lady Cats right now, or everybody's scoring at this time. So Casey Fountain has 2 points. Crystal Hutchinson has 2 points. Bailey Steers comes in with 8 points for the first half. Kiana Brown has 5 points and 3 fouls, so she's in foul trouble with 5 points. Miranda Smith has 2 points. Kaylin McKenzie has 2 points, and Jamie Gibson has 6 points. And who are the scorers for the Lady Bucks?
So Walker has 7 people who have scored. That's really spreading the ball out. It's a great job that you can get points from people off your bench as well. And so,
all right.
The real deal here is Crockett and Thornton. They both average 15 points a game. So that's 30 points, right, in a game. And, they have a combined 3 points.
That is not on their average, if you will. And both of those, Crockett and Thornton, both all-district players last year for the Lady Bucks. So to have them back is very big. We have 21 seconds before we are ready to start the second half of this contest. 27-9 is our score. And looking ahead, as far as our broadcast schedule goes, the next contest will be on TV. Will be February 10th. We have another girls' game taking on the Live Oak Eagles, the Lady Eagles, starting at 7 o'clock. Normally the other games that we've been playing have been at 6 o'clock, but that game will start at 7, so we'll be on the air at 6:30. And I think we are ready to start the second.
That's good for me, Chris.
That's good for you to be here.
A little bit later in the game really helps me out.
All right, here we go. So we're ready for the second half. Lady Bucks will have the ball first. Get the ball working around. That's Irvin. Back to Hayes. And looking for Thomas, and there Thomas has the ball. Back to Hayes at the top between the circles. That's Thornton. Back to Hayes. She'll go around the right side. Doesn't like anything she sees. Thornton over to the left side now. Inside to Irvin, kicks it out. And it looks like Broadmoor's looking for that three-pointer that they like, and there it is. Thornton shoots and misses. Rebound by Thomas, kicks it out to Crockett. Excuse me, that's Hayes. Inside, trying to work the ball inside, but a lot of Lady Cats in the lane to slow things down.
Yeah, once again, the Lady Cats just did a great job just, keeping their zones and playing great defense until they can force the turnover.
Fountain gives the ball to Brown inside to Jamie Gibson, and she'll draw the foul. Foul will go against number 25. That is Thornton for the Lady Bucks. That's her first. Lady Cats will inbound. That's Casey Fountain. Ball right now. She'll find McKenzie. Back to Fountain. That's Fountain's favorite spot to shoot a three. Brown, little elbow, no call. Misses the easy jumper. And Thornton now with the ball. Goes to the midcourt line. And throw the ball stolen by Fountain. Going the other way. She'll make the layup. And she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, and Thornton really had two options there. Once Fountain got the ball and was off to the races, it was either, just kind of let her get the layup or maybe go in for the block and the foul, and she got the foul.
Second team foul for the Lady Bucks as Fountain will go to the line for the Lady Cats. And she'll be shooting 27-9 is our score here early in the third period. So Fountain makes her first. She now has 3 points on the night.
And to me, what's really impressive is, even though they're up 28-9 here, Coach Arnold still pulls two of his players off to the side and is still coaching them up, throughout the game.
Fountain makes her second free throw. The Lady Cats have not missed a free throw tonight. 29-9, up by 20 again.
And they're still coming out, with this full court press. They're always working, always trying to get better.
There is Irvin for Lady Bucks. He'll get the ball across the line. Stolen by Jamie Gibson. So again, that full court press works very well for the Lady Cats. There it is. Fountain shoots and scores. She now has 6.
Yeah, and Fountain does a great job of just moving around and throwing her body to get in different positions to not draw fouls and not get blocks and still make the layup.
So the Lady Bucks will call a 30-second timeout. That is their third timeout they have used. They have 2 full timeouts remaining, and the Lady Cats have all 5 of their timeouts.
Yeah, and so the Lady Cats hadn't really needed to use their timeouts. You see Jamie Gibson on a steal, and this is what I was talking about, how, Fountain just kind of moves her body a little bit to position herself to get a basket down there by the goal.
Great job of the replay there by the guys back in the booth. Whoever's in charge of the replay, great job, right on the spot there. It's perfect. That's right whenever you need it, whenever we're going into break. And so good job by the students up there. Again, I cannot say enough about how wonderful of a job y'all do, and we really appreciate it, as well as all the fans out there at home watching the game. And this is a very incredible job that y'all do, and I'm sure everybody appreciates it. Every time I'm talking to somebody in public, they say, man, y'all do a great job, and they're very complimentary, and I want to pass those compliments on to the students.
Yeah, I mean, they do a great job, so.
Back to the action here. There is Hayes now. The Lady Bucks will operate the offense. There's Crockett looking for the open girl. Coming back to the top is Hayes, and Lady Bucks doing a lot of crisscrossing in the paint there, trying to make something happen. Hayes looks to Thornton, right there at the free throw line, makes a move, and we're going to have a whistle. We got a foul against Casey Fountain. That is her second foul, first team foul.
Yeah, and that's one of those fouls that Fountain, she's just going to laugh off. She's not real sure how she got called for a foul, and to be honest, I'm not real sure how she got called for the foul there either.
Crockett scores 2 points for the Lady Bucks to get the score to 31-11. And Fountain loses the handle, but gets it right back. There is Jamie Gibson driving, being guarded by Irvin. Bailey Steers looks and shoots the 3.
That's a great job by Gibson, just to know where her teammate is, Steers, and to be able to get her the ball and to get the open look.
Lady Cats doing a great job shooting the 3-pointers here tonight. There is Irvin inside that's Irvin. Pass by Hayes to Irvin, so Irvin gets the 2-point basket layup. Bailey Spears to Jamie Gibson now driving, puts the elbow, and then I said she stepped out of bounds, but she did drive a shoulder and no call.
Yeah, there was a right to be a no call. If they're going to call out of bounds, I understand that, but we just had a player run into our table,
and we're good. She's good. That's
good. That's
a good
all
thing.
that matters.
Everything she's safely. So all of our equipment's good, guys. Back in the booth there, everything's still working. We still got power, so we're good. Inbound to Irvin, passes the ball to Hayes. Back to Irvin in the paint, driving, being guarded by Gibson. A little bit too much. Kick out by Brown. She'll get credit for the rebound. There is Casey Fountain driving and blocked by Thornton. We'll go back the other way. Thornton gets the rebound off the block. Crockett shoots the 3, a little bit short. Rebound by Brown. And Casey Fountain has it now, and she'll take it down for the Lady Cats. Tipped away by Crockett. Thomas gets it back to Crockett. Feed back to Thomas. She'll go in for the layup and scores. So 34-15 is our score. And the fans are calling for pressure, and Coach Gillette is calling his girls up to half court.
Yeah, and so they're playing with a lot of intensity right now. They really believe that they can come back in this game, and they're playing like they can.
Jamie Gibson now with the ball for the Lady Cats. She'll drive inside the paint, and no foul. Referee says they got a block on that one. Irvin drives, shoots, and scores. 2 points for Irvin. Pass the ball quickly down court to Jamie Gibson, who was waiting. Then now she'll get a foul and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul goes to 25, Conche Thornton. That's her third. Good.
Yeah, and I think Gibson should get a couple extra shots for the last no call that happened on the last possession. I don't know how she didn't get a foul on that one.
Gibson at the line now to shoot her 2 shots. Shoots the first and misses. That is the first free throw the Lady Cats have missed tonight. 34-17 is our score. 3:42 to play, third period. Lady Cats lead over the visiting Broadmoor Lady Bucks. Jamie Gibson tries her second and misses that one.
But Casey Fountain's right there for the rebound. She just went over and followed the ball and made an easy 2 points.
Who scored?
Casey Fountain.
Casey Fountain, 2 points. You know how 8.
And Casey Fountain forces a turnover right there to steal. And Broadmoor steals it right back until they dribble it out of bounds.
We have that. Did Casey score a three-pointer?
No, she scored a two-pointer.
All right. Going so fast I can't keep up.
And Bailey, he can't keep up. Bailey Steers just drilled a three-pointer from the corner right there.
And Bailey Steers now has a three-pointer.
It's her third of the night.
It brings us up to 39-17. They're scoring so fast I can't look up from my paper to keep track of what's going on. Thomas now with the ball. Give the ball to Hayes. Going to be trying to do a better job here. Back to Thomas. Back to Hayes. She'll go to the right side. Give the ball to Thornton inside the paint. Shoot, misses, and rebound. The ball goes out of bounds. And it will be the Lady Cats basketball. Going down hard is one of the Lady Bucks. And so Kiana Brown back in the game with 3 fouls. And we have to see how she does. She was in on those rebounds. And so most people say rebound, but there's no calling that tonight, Jimmy. Everybody's under the goal whenever the ball's coming down.
Yeah, they're playing hard. I mean, both teams are, and Broadmoor kind of picked up this high pace, and Walker, wants to run right there with them. And so Walker's got no problem going back and forth, and that's really why, we can't keep up here. They're scoring so fast and moving the ball down so fast that by the time we look down to mark that they score 2 points, somebody else has already scored another 2 points. So both teams are playing hard.
Yeah, they are. And there you see Coach Corey Arnold giving a lot of instruction about where to be, and you see him constantly pointing and constantly going back and forth and different things. So all that stuff looks very fast to us, but I'm sure everything is very slow to the girls in the huddle right there, knowing exactly what he wants and how he's making changes to the offense.
Yeah, so I mean, even though they're up 39-17 here, he's still coaching, still getting his players to work hard, keeping them encouraged.
Every game is important to Coach Arnold. I know that. He coaches hard and in every game. It doesn't matter how much the Lady Cats are ahead or how tight the game is. He coaches the same way. Now we have a foul, a blocking foul, going to be out of bounds. The foul goes against number 20 against Kiana Brown.
No, the foul's on number 21 for Broadmoor. Thomas.
No, foul's on number 20, Kiana Brown. Instead number 20. That's her fourth. Team foul number 2 for the Lady Cats. With the ball inside to Thornton, makes a move, and she'll score easily 2 points as Kiana Brown is just standing there. She's not going to be aggressive because she knows she has 4 fouls now. Kiana Brown takes the ball down for the Lady Cats. Give the ball to Casey Fountain. Miranda Smith ready to come in. There's another foul going to be called. This time foul goes against number 2. We don't know. We don't have a number 2 on the roster. We're waiting to get an official. 22 will be the foul against the Lady Bucks. So that will go against Michaela Crockett. 22 is the foul. That'll be her first. Team foul number 4. So the Lady Cats will have the ball. They had to blow the horn here because they didn't have the number. Casey Fountain with the tricky play off the back of the Lady Bucks. Try to get the easy layup. Does not happen. Crockett now brings the ball down. Thornton now from the corner. To the top of the key is Thomas, and that is Hayes now. So inside, feeds to Thornton. She gets in a little bit too hard on the layup. Rebound by Casey Fountain. Being guarded closely by Crockett and Thomas. Gibson has the ball now, driving down for the Lady Cats in the lane, shoots and draws the foul.
Yeah, and so as long as Walker can just keep beating this press and beating them down there, they're gonna be able to get down the court and get to the goal and maybe draw some fouls and maybe slow it down just a little bit.
Cameron Alexander will get the foul for the Lady Bucks as Jamie Gibson goes to the line for the Lady Cats. Urban looking to come back in this contest as Gibson makes her free throw. Our score is now 40-19. And Coach Gillette making some more changes coming up. Looks like Moore will come in as Gibson misses her second free throw. Rebound by the Lady Bucks, and they'll bring it down and go with their offense. Thornton now with the ball for Lady Bucks, driving inside the paint, shoots, and this time she scores. 21-40 is our score. Lady Cats up by 19. Give the ball to Jamie Gibson. And she looks to give it to Fountain. She's being closely guarded right now by Thomas. There's Jamie Gibson on the right side, makes a little move to the top of the key, and there's McKenzie.
Yeah, and so these fans are really getting into this game. You know, they're yelling for their Buccaneers right behind us, and so, but you know, Walker still needs to play their game. They need to play hard, get back on defense, and rebound.
Bailey Steers misses the three, rebound by Crockett. Going to come down to the left side, and they're working around the corner over here. A lot of Lady Bucks on this side, and they finally spread the offense out a little bit. Thomas to Hayes, inside to Urban, cannot find a handle. Fires it out to Thornton, shoots the three, but misses. And Fountain gets the rebound. She'll throw it down court. Bailey Steers waiting, shoots, and misses. Rebound by Urban. And throws the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, so Bailey Steers really had a missed opportunity right there. She could have had 2 more points to put on the board, and you know, she pulled up for the little jump shot instead of kind of going hard for the layup.
So the Lady Cats will have the ball. Miranda Smith inbounds to Casey Fountain. Being closely guarded by Moore. Put the ball out to Jamie Gibson. She's all alone. Like you see, shoots a little bit over. And now we have a foul on the Lady Cats. Foul goes against number 10. And that's going to be against Bailey Steers. Her first. Foul number 3 for the Lady Cats.
And Walker's going to come right back out with their full court press, and they're going to bring everybody just to try to disrupt Broadmoor and how they've had to go on a little scoring spree here.
Inside of 1 minute to play, Thomas with the lay-in, 17 seconds. 23 to 40 is our score, and now we have a foul being called. Foul goes against number 33, Destiny Moore, her first. Team foul number 6. So Lady Cats will take the ball in with 12 seconds to play, and the Lady Bucks will go with a full court press here. Bailey Steers driving down, shoots, and the ball's going to go out of bounds off the block of one of the Lady Bucks. 5.3 seconds to play in the third period. 40 to 23 is our score. Lady Cats are in the lead. Casey Fountain looking for her favorite target. Jamie Gibson shoots the lay-in and scores. And she now has 9 points on the night. Lady Cats have 42. We're at the end of the third period. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Lady Cat basketball on New TV.
I'm Sheriff Jason Ard. My primary concern is the well-being and safety of you, our citizens. Having worked in law enforcement for more than 20 years, I also know how important it is to provide good role models for our future leaders. That's why I choose to invest in our school resource officers and our Explorer program.
The Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office has an SRO assigned to every school in the parish. Local high schoolers are also in training to help provide a safe learning environment in Livingston Parish.
Promises made, promises kept. Jerry Lane is outstanding.
Jerry Lane, it's always been Jerry.
Service, selection, they've got it all.
You can count on Jerry Lane. Always lead to. You can count on Jerry Lane.
Carter Supermarket, we're here for you. We're here for you, cutting meat, fresh every day. Offering the freshest produce, helping you get on your way. People who like to shop smarter, like shopping at Carter's. Carter Supermarket, we're here for you.
At Walker Tire, we've got more than just tires. How about automotive repair and service, belts and hoses, plus tires? We can fix electrical problems and power door locks, plus tires. Shocks, brakes, and alignments, plus off-road, lawn, agriculture, and high-performance tires.
We'll keep you on
And off-road ready. That's Walker Tire and Automotive.
We've got everything for your wheels and more.
Walker Tire and Automotive, Florida Boulevard, east of 447 in Walker.
Welcome back to Walker High School. Chris Ledoux along with Jimmy Gidra here. You are watching the Lady Cats basketball team take on the Lady Bucks from Broadmoor High School. Lady Cats in control so far, 42-23. Our score going into the fourth period. And now we have a whistle. Foul goes against number 21. That is Thomas. Thomas will get the foul. So that will be foul number 7. So now we have a 1-and-1 situation for the Lady Cats. They'll go to the line with the bonus.
Yeah, and so Casey Fountain did a great job just to maintain possession there, keep the ball away from Thomas on the dribble drive, and just draw the foul with a little push off.
Thomas will shoot. Fountain will shoot 2. Makes her first. She now has 9 points on the night. 43 for the Lady Cats total. Fountain has made 3 free throws so far tonight. She has not missed any. And shoots and makes her next. So she hits both of her free throws. Crystal Hutchinson comes in for Caleb McKenzie. Thornton takes the pass down court. She'll hit the ball back. The ball to Hayes on the right side. Give the ball to Thornton. There is Irvin driving. Lupin does not go in. Lupin layup. Crystal Hutchinson now, very exciting player to watch her. She's very energetic, and they say the ball goes out of bounds on the Lady Bucks.
Yeah, and Hutchinson does a great job on defense, and she's also really quick, so that helps in those full court opportunities. She also has a nice little shot where if she's left open outside, she can make a 3-pointer, and it just really does an all-around good job for these Wildcats.
Jamie Gibson now with the ball, give the ball to Casey Fountain. Back to the point guard, and she'll work it inside to Jamie Gibson. Quick inside, Miranda Smith.
Yeah, it was a good job by Gibson just to realize that she was double teamed, and she turned around and found the open player Smith that was there for the easy layup.
Miranda Smith now has 4 points on the night, coming off the bench. Irvin controls the ball, get the ball to Hayes on the left side. Back to Crockett, inside to Irvin. She'll take it out beyond the arc. There's Thomas. Back to Irvin and then Hayes again. So Lady Bucks are trying to get the ball in paint more, and they're doing a good job of penetrating this defense. That is Thornton shoots and it bounces in. How many points Thornton now has?
Thornton now has 6.
So Thornton all district last year, averaging 15 points per game. There's Bailey Steers for 3, a little bit off the mark. 46-25 is our score in this District 4-5A contest. Stolen by Casey Fountain. She'll get the shot, and we got a foul going to be called. And she goes down to the court hard, but she gets up on her own. And we'll wait for the official call from the official. There's foul goes against number 22, Michaela Crockett.
I didn't need to wait for the official.
A little redundant there, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. We officially waited for the official call.
From the official.
From the official.
So Fountain will go to the line to shoot her 2 free throws. That's 18 fouls for the Lady Bucks now. So Fountain makes her first. She now has 11 points.
I think you're right there, Chris. I think we do need a statistician. I want to know how many steals Casey Fountain has tonight. And she's got to have a handful.
A handful, I would say, at least. Casey Fountain shooting her second free throw and makes it. She now has 12 points on the night. Just behind Bailey Steers, who has 14. And Bailey Steers is hitting those 3 3-pointers. Crockett now feed the ball to Thomas. Left side, feed the ball inside to Thornton. Thomas misses. Feed to Crockett, and Crockett makes the lay-in. I'm sorry, that is Hayes. Correction, that is Hayes on the lay-in. Casey Fountain now with the ball. 48-27 is our score. 5:55 to play in this contest. Fountain now get the ball to Jamie Gibson. Looking for the offense to be run. Crystal Hutchinson has the ball. Shoots and blocked by Thornton. That is Hayes driving down, and she'll draw the foul.
Yeah, and even though she drew the foul, it was a good job by the Wildcats just to get back on defense there. They looked like she was going to have maybe an easy layup, and by the time she got to goal, there was 3 defenders there.
Foul will go against Crystal Hutchinson. That is her first. Team foul number 4 for the Lady Cats. Hayes will inbound for Lady Bucks. And there is Irvin. The ball rolls to her right and shoots and cannot find the bank shot. Crystal Hutchinson on the rebound. She'll take the ball down court. Get the ball to Casey Fountain. She's in an empty lane and goes in and shoots and scores. But Casey Fountain now has 14.
It's a good job by Fountain just to not go right at the opponent and maybe get a chance at being charged for the charge there.
Irvin with the ball now. Get the ball to Hayes, who shoots the three and connects. 50-30 is our score. Lady Cats still up by 20 with 5 minutes to play in this contest. Casey Fountain driving down court now for the Lady Cats. Once again, Lady Cats come in 24-4, 7-1 in district. Lady Bucks come in 19-7, 5-3 in district 4-5A. Crystal Hutchinson shoots and draws the foul. Foul goes against number 12 for the Lady Bucks. That's Asia Hayes. That's her third foul. 19 foul.
Yeah, and you know, Walker's doing all of this without Keanu Brown in for him right now. You know, she's their really great presence on defense down low and does a good job on rebounding. And, you know, so for them to maintain this 20-point lead still with, you know, a couple of reserves in, you know, it just shows what kind of program that Coach Arnold has here.
Crystal Hutchinson tries her second free throw and misses both of them. Rebound by the Lady Bucks. Thornton now kicks the ball out to Hayes. Full court press by the Lady Cats. And there's a swipe for the ball by Fountain. Rebound her own by Hayes. Give the ball to Thornton. Back to Hayes. Irvin inside the paint does not make the easy jumper. And now we have a foul going to be called on the floor. Foul goes against number 25, Jamie Gibson. That's her third, team foul number 5. And now we have a timeout on the court by the Lady Bucks. It'll be a full timeout. It is a full timeout by the Lady Buccaneers. They will have one timeout remaining.
Yeah, and Coach Arnold looks like he has all of his timeouts remaining. So, but, you know, when you've been maintaining a 20-point lead, you usually don't need to call a timeout too often here. And so, you know, Walker's just doing a great job all around. You know, they're shooting well. They're playing great defense. They're rebounding. You know, it's going to take a lot for Broadmoor to overcome this 20-point lead with 4 minutes left.
Yes, indeed. A 20-point lead, and with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to play in this district contest, looks very good for the Lady Cats. The next time the Lady Cats will be in action will be Thursday, February the 5th. They will be taking on Scotlandville. That will be an away game. And then February the 10th, they will be home versus the Live Oak Lady Eagles on TV. And that game will be on TV. Whenever they play Scotlandville, the game will not be on TV Thursday, February the 5th.
So they got a little break here. They don't have like a Tuesday night game. They switch into a Thursday night game. You know, normally they're playing a couple games in a row. And so
I think the way the district falls, that each team gets a bye week, so to speak.
Yeah,
but you got one game
that
off, you know. And
that
so
makes
that
sense. But usually whenever that's the case, they have some random like non-district. Hey, we're going to play Santamall or somebody close.
But when you get so deep into the district schedule, it's hard to find another team that has an open date at the same time.
Right.
Back to live action here. Lady Bucks inbound. Irvin back to Thomas, shoots and misses. Rebound by Casey Fountain. Excuse me, that was Hayes. Thomas is guarding Fountain right now. Fountain driving. A little bit of elbow, no call there. Fountain still looking to shoot and does and scores the lay-in.
You don't have to worry about a turnover. You just let one person dribble the ball around. You don't have to worry about an in-air pass or anything like that. So it's a good job by Fountain just to maintain it and stay with it.
That's Crockett now for the Lady Bucks. She'll drive in. No foul. Thornton now looking to the left side. Kick the ball out to Crockett. Back to Hayes. Hayes looking to the left side again. That's Irvin looking to drive in, feed the ball to Thornton for the easy lay-in. 32-52 is our score. Lady Cats still up by 20. The game's going a lot more scoring than in the first half. Both teams are really picking up the scoring here. But the Lady Cats are answering every time the Lady Bucks are charging. So foul goes against 25. Thornton. That is her fourth foul and team foul number 10. So from now on out, the Lady Cats will be at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and so at this point, you know, I think Broadmoor's just getting a little over anxious. They're trying to get the ball back on every possession that Walker has the ball, and when you do that, you get a little over eager and commit fouls.
Casey Fountain at the line for the Lady Cats. She'll shoot her first free throw, and she misses. That's the first time she's missed tonight. She has 6 free throws made. That's her first miss, so she's made 6 in a row, and that's the first one she's missed. She now has 16 points on the night. She'll shoot and make her second free throw. Now 17 points for her.
Yeah, and so that's a great job by Walker. I know that one thing that Coach Arnold really harps on is making your free throws. And, I mean, when they give you easy shots, you just got to make them. Thornton
misses the lay-in, and then she'll kick it from outside and make a three-pointer for the Lady Bucks. 53-35 is our score with 2:46 to play in this contest. Jamie Gibson driving, shoots, and she'll draw the foul as well. And the foul will go officially against 25 Thornton, and that is her 5th foul. And she will foul out of the game for the Lady Bucks after playing very hard. So Thornton comes in averaging 15 points per game, and what does she end up with, Jimmy?
She ends up with 11, and most of it was in the second half. I believe she had 11. I think she had all 11 in the second half, so she did a really good job of bouncing back, shooting better in the second half than in the first.
Jamie Gibson will go to the line and shoot 2. Shoots and makes the first. Gibson now with 10 points on the night. Next time your boys will be in action on television will be February 13th against Zachary, starting at 7:30. So she makes her second free throw as well. Gibson now has 11.
I think Walker's really upset if they don't have a 20-point lead here. Looks like every time Broadmoor climbs back, Walker does just enough to extend the lead out and be up by 20.
Crockett tries the three-pointer, misses. Rebound by Gibson to get the ball out to Bailey Steers, who scores on the lay-in. She now has 16, does Steers. Broadmoor taking the ball down court now, being closely guarded by the Lady Cats. There is Hayes. Kick the ball inside. Irvin, another shot missed inside the paint for her. And shooting from far away is Crockett. Misses. Thomas tries to get the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds off one of the Lady Cats.
It looked like Hutchinson was trying to save it over there in the corner, but just couldn't get there in time.
So the Lady Bucks will take it in. Minute 50 to play in this contest. And the Lady Cats will start making some substitutions. Coming in as Raven Brays. Coming out will be Hutchinson and Bailey Steers. Also coming in for the Lady Cats, 32, and that's Brianna Zarang. Shoot and miss by Lady Bucks. Rebound by Jamie Gibson. She'll bring the ball down for the Lady Cats. Kick it out to Kiana Brown. Shoots, and she just misses. Good job of jumping in the air by Bars.
I don't even have Bars on my roster.
Coach added her to the roster later on in the season after she showed promise for the younger kids. Irvin driving, shooting, missing. Rebound by Kiana Brown. And Lady Cats will bring it down. There's Casey Fountain bringing the ball down for the Lady Cats. Minute 13 to play in this District 4-5A contest. Give the ball to Zarang. She'll go around the right side. A lot of dribbling. There's Bars. And Fountain has the ball being tipped by Thomas. And we're going to say a backcourt violation against the Lady Cats within a minute to play.
Yeah, in a normal game, if the game was a little bit close, you'd be a little bit upset about that call. They touched it and bounced it backcourt. So typically they'd just let it play, but they called it backcourt. So it's good for Coach Arnold right here. He's going to bring in some reserves.
So Coach Gillette will also bring in some reserves. Sydney Robinson comes in for the Lady Bucks. Coming out is Thomas. It's been a minute to play. Irvin with the inbound in the paint. Kick the ball out to Robinson. Shoots and misses. Rebound by Ashlyn Donaldson. for the Lady Cats. Out to Zarang. We now have McQuiston with the ball for the Lady Cats. She'll give it to Zarang again. Inside to Donaldson. Out to Kiana Brown. 28 seconds to play in this contest. And there is McQuiston again. Kiana Brown, make sure Lady Cats control the ball. It's Zarang now. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. And they'll say it will be Broadmoor ball.
Yeah, so you got a group of players out here for Walker right now who just, they're not necessarily used to playing a lot of varsity ball together, and so they look a little out of place there. But, you know, they did a great job of just keeping the ball long enough that they long enough to just take a little bit more time off the clock.
Ashlyn Donaldson will draw the foul for the Lady Cats. That's her first, team foul number 6. Going to the line for the Lady Bucks is number 12, Asia Hayes. Comes in with 10 points tonight for the Lady Bucks. She averages 8, so a little bit above her average for her. Averages 8 points, 3 rebounds per game. And we thank Coach Gillette for giving us the season stats for the Lady Bucks. Very helpful with our broadcast. Rebound by the Lady Bucks. Find the right side and shoots and score, and no score. So that'll wrap things up here at as Broadmoor has taken on the Walker Lady Cats. 57-35 is our final score. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up from Walker High School. You're watching Lady Cat basketball on Me TV.
Sombrera's Mexican restaurant offers our customers some of the most authentic and delectable Tex-Mex cuisine in the area, all served in a family-friendly atmosphere. We use only the freshest ingredients of the highest quality, from our delicious enchiladas and burritos to our amazing chicken steak or shrimp fajitas, the house specialty. We have something to please everyone. Join us for food and fun at Sombrera's Mexican restaurant.
Hey you! Yes, you. Nowadays, going to a bank is time-consuming. Have you ever thought of online banking? It helps you manage your money when it's ideal for you, and it saves your time. So, are you ready to try something new? Give it a go. Neighbors Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Walker High School. Chris Ledoux, Jimmy Guidry here with you. So Lady Cats victorious tonight.
Yeah, they did a great job all around, offensively, defensively, rebounding, limiting their turnovers. They shot well from the free throw line. There's not much that they didn't do well here tonight.
With the victory, the Lady Cats improved to 25-4 overall, 8-1 in district. And with the loss, Broadmoor drops to 19-8, 5-4 in district. And the next contest that will be on television, as far as our broadcast goes, February 10th, right here on Me TV, Cox Channel 117 or 30.1 over the air. And if you don't have either one of those channels, you can watch it on walkerhigh.org, our school website.
Or just come out here and sit in the stands and enjoy some great basketball.
Absolutely. Come out in the stands and enjoy some great basketball. And looking at some of the replays here that the guys did back in the booth.
Yeah, and that's Jamie Gibson and Bailey Steers both, knocking down some big three-pointers there. They shot well from beyond the arc tonight. Even Hutchinson came in and shot well from downtown. So, Broadmoor put up a lot of three-point shots. Here's just one of their makes. They only had 4 three-pointer makes on the night, and they probably shot, close to 15 of them, I would say. And so right here you see them just beating the press, and Casey Pound doing a good job of finishing for the layup.
Next time your Lady Cats will be in action will be Thursday, February the 5th. That will be at Scotlandville, taking on the Scotlandville Lady Hornets. That game will start at 5:30. That is a away game. Next time they will be home will be Tuesday, February 10th, taking on Live Oak, and that game will be on television, as we mentioned. The next time your boys are on television, February 13th, that'll be next Friday, taking on the Zachary Broncos.
Friday the 13th?
Yes, Friday the 13th.
Okay, just checking.
Scared. Well, hopefully it's bad luck for the other team and not us.
So.
Anyway, thank you for the replays back in the booth, guys. Y'all did a great job. The camera work was very good, and we're done. Congratulations to the Lady Cats on their big victory here tonight, 57-35. Any final comments, Jimmy?
No, I think they played well. They did a great job.
Guys, I think they did well. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching tonight's broadcast. This has been Lady Cat Basketball on Me TV.